good morning. It's another great week in Westside Community Schools. Hope everybody's September is off to a great start. Want to talk about a pretty deep topic today. Going to try and make it as engaging as possible. But we're going to talk about the wonderful world of property taxes, school funding, and those types of things. Our Westside School Board's done a great job of working on our budget, our tax request. We have a tax request hearing coming up at the September 16th board meeting. There's a couple of things we really want to emphasize. First of all, it's a very complex formula when you're talking about school funding in Nebraska. And the first thing you need to know is that the state funding formula really talks about needs minus resources equals equalization aid. Okay, so the formula will calculate every school district's needs, and they'll look at your total student enrollment, they'll look at the demographics of your enrollment, etc., and they'll come up with what your needs are. Then they'll go and they'll subtract resources from your needs. And what they use for resources is local property taxes. They'll take a $5 maximum levy before any levy override vote and figure out what the maximum resources are that local property taxes can generate. So once they take your needs, they subtract your resources, your local property taxes, you then get equalization aid. What is interesting for Westside and troubling for Westside is we are the largest school district in the state of Nebraska that doesn't receive any equalization aid. When they look at needs minus resources, the formula says, hey, Westside has enough local property taxes to meet all the needs of their students, so they don't get equalization aid like all of the other districts in the metro do. So we don't compare to the Elkhorns, the Gretnas, the Millards, and Papillions from the standpoint where they get equalization aid and we do not. Sometimes you'll hear lawmakers saying that high property taxes are due to school spending. There's something I really want all Westsiders out there to know. This is amazing. It was something I was surprised to learn as I got here a couple of months ago. We have an average annual spending increase since 2013 of less than 0.5%. Let me say that one more time. Since 2013, our average annual spending increase is less than 0.5% per year. That's pretty amazing. We've seen some gaps in our revenue, and so as a result, even though we've had such a low average annual spending increase since 2013, we have still spent more money than we brought in the last 6 years. So we have a lot of work to do on our budget. I'm happy to report that our enrollment is up this year. We're about 190 students larger K-12 this September compared to September of last year. That's going to help us with budgets in the future. So with all that being said, I hope you're still with me because again, I know this is kind of a dry topic. With all that being said, at our September 16th tax request hearing here at the ABC building, our school board is prepared to still look at reducing our general fund levy by a penny. We have lots and lots of needs because of our budget constraints over the last 6 years. Because we've spent more than we brought in, we have had to neglect facility repairs, building up reserves, those types of things. But because of the over-reliance that we have on local property taxes, our school board still is prepared to reduce our general fund levy by 1 penny, and that will allow us to have a reduction in our total levy for the first time in several years. And so we're trying to find that nice balance of generating the money that we need to address facility issues across the school district, to build up reserves, to arm our students and staff with all the things that they need to be extremely successful, while also being very cognizant of our local taxpayers and the over-reliance that we have on your property taxes to fund our school district. In closing, it's amazing that Westside Community Schools receives over 54% of our funding from local property taxes. The national average is about 29%. So I applaud the Westside School Board for trying to find that happy balance of funding the things that we need to fund, including some neglected facility repairs we've had to let go for the last 6-7 years. Those were the things that were not included in our most recent bond issue, while also providing a little bit of relief for our patrons, but still are getting our students and staff the money that we need to use in our classrooms to be an innovative and excellent school district.